Smile greetings. I am Tejal Uppal and you are watching my channel Learn Sujok for free. Friends, this is the first course with 14 videos to start learning Sujok. In this course, you will learn the correspondence systems of Sujok and begin the process of self-healing. In order to actually gain from this course, you must watch my videos in the order that they are given, chronologically. And also watch each video till the end. If you like my videos, then subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon next to it.
Welcome to this video. The fact that you are still watching and learning shows that you are absolutely dedicated and focused. In this video, I will tell you about the energy points on our hands, endocrine and endocrine glands, and where in the main correspondence system and finger correspondence system we can treat these on our hands. Okay, let's start with the energy points. Now, what are energy points? We cannot survive without energy, which has a divine essence. Energy follows the consciousness of a person. A person's energy can tell you more about them than any words. Now, we have certain points on our hand which are called energy points, and they act like quick chargers of our body, like batteries, like quick chargers. They are very powerful as they produce maximum curative waves. This method of treating the energy points is an independent method of treatment, often practiced in combination with other treatment methods. Treatment through energy points is prescribed for people in whom disease is accompanied with deficiency of energy. People who are totally lacking energy and are very weak. Let me share the screen and show you where these energy points are located on our hands. To locate the exact position of these points, the central line of symmetry is very essential. Yes. Now, energy points on the yin part of hand is, let me just show you this. Now, this is the yin part of the hand, right? On this part, this is this line starting from the middle of, between the middle finger and the ring finger and going up to the middle of the wrist in between the triangle in the wrist, till here. This is the median, central median line on the hand. Now, on this hand, the point that is right between the two fingers, the middle finger and the ring finger, this is point number 1. This is the first energy point. Then the point that is in the center of the triangle in the wrist is the second energy point. This is called point number 5. Now divide this line into, half. So the center of this would be this point. And this point is point number 3. This is the third energy point. Then divide the line between 1 and 3 into 3 equal parts. And the part that is closer to point number 1, that is the energy point number 2. And similarly, divide the line between 3 and 5 into 3 parts. And the part that is closest to point number 5 is the energy point number 4. Then draw a line between, from the center of the base joint of the thumb to the point 5, to the center of the wrist. The point that is in the center of the base of the thumb, that is energy point number 7. And if you divide that line into 2, then in the middle, the central point is energy point number 6. So these are the 6 energy points on the yin side of the hand. Now to show it to you on my own hand, I'll just show it to you. Now this is my hand, right? I hope you can see it properly. Yeah. So this would be the central line, right? This would be the central line. So this point here in the middle, between the middle finger and the ring finger, this is point number 1, this one. Then this point that is in the, center of the triangle between the wrist, this is point number 5. And when you join these lines, then the point that is in between, in middle, in the center, this is point number 3. Then if you divide this point number, the line between 1 and 3 into 3 equal parts, then the second part, which is closer to the point number 1, that is energy point number 2. And if you divide this line between point number 3 and 5 into 3 parts, then the point that is closer to point number 5, that is energy point number 4. So this is on this median line. Then you go to the base joint of the thumb, and in the center, that would be the point number 7, and the point between 7 and 5, that is point number 6. Sorry. So these are the energy points that you have to mark on your hand and on the yin side in the main correspondence system. And these energy points are put on patients who are very weak and who don't have the strength, for whatever reason. So if you put these act as, instant chargers of energy for them. Now, these points are put on the yin side. Similarly, on the yang also we have energy points. Now, in the yang side, if you see between the middle finger and the ring finger, the first point, that is point number 6, this is the energy point number 6. The line going from this to the middle of the wrist, the last point on the wrist, in the center of the wrist, is point number 4. And the point between 4 and 6 in the middle of the hand is point number 5. And here on the thumb, in the base joint, the center of the base joint is point number 1. Okay, now this you have to remember that in the yang side, we do not take the line that goes from the base of the thumb to the center of the wrist. We have to take it to the center of there is a bone on this side, which I will show you on the hand, and you have to take it to the center of the bone, till the bone, and that point becomes the energy point number 3. And the point between 1 and 2 is energy point number 2. So these are the energy points on the yang side. Now, if I show it to you on my hand, now the 1, 2, 3 points I'll show you first. So this point in the base of the thumb, the first point, this is point number 1. And this point in the, now I have to see this, this is the bone, there is a bone here, which ends over here, right here. So you have to mark the third energy point where the bone ends. It is not in the center of the wrist. It is on the side like this, where the bone is ending. And in between them is the energy point number 2. And in the central median, starting from here, this point here in the center of the wrist becomes point number 4. Then comes the point number 5, which is in the center of these 2 points. And this is point number 7. So, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the back on the yang side, there are 6 energy points. And on the yin side, there are 7 energy points. So this is how you have to make the energy points in the main correspondence system. Now, in the finger correspondence system, the energy points are like this. I haven't made a picture, but I will, or I can show it to you here only. In the finger correspondence system, the first point is on the middle of the top joint of the first finger. Or actually, they are on all the fingers. Now, finger correspondence system, if you remember, all the 8 fingers have the system of our whole body miniaturized on it. So you can make the energy points on any of the finger. I will demonstrate it to you on the first finger, but they can be put on any finger. So on the first finger, if you see on the yin side, the first energy point is here. Second energy point is in the middle of the middle phalange. Third energy point is in the middle of the the middle joint of the finger. Fourth energy point, the middle of the base phalange, and the 5th energy point is the middle of the base joint of the first finger, and the 6th energy point is below where the bone, if you notice, if you try and touch your finger and see, you will see that the bone of this finger ends here. It doesn't end at the joint, it ends where your knuckle, where the knuckle is, where your knuckle is. So that point comes here. So that is the 6th energy point. So if I show it to you on the hand, in the yin side, This is the first energy point, then the second energy point, then the third energy point, the fourth energy point, the fifth energy point, and the sixth energy point where the knuckle is, where the bone of the first finger ends. So these are the energy points on the finger correspondence system. You will either put the energy points on the main correspondence system or in the correspondence system. And to give them energy, we have to make them with red color only, because red color is the color of energy, color of heat, and this gives this charges up the body and gives a lot of energy. Now to see the energy points on the yang side, the first energy point on the first finger only I'm showing. You can do it on any side. The first finger, it will be in the center of the first joint, then in the center of the middle phalange, then center of the middle joint, then center of the lower phalange, and then in the center of the base joint. So these are the 6 energy points on the yang side. Now, I have shown these to you on my hand also. You can take screenshots if you want, but these are the energy points. You just have to remember that the last point on the fingers correspondence system is on the point where the that ends, the knuckle is. So this has to be remembered. Okay, now energy points are also present on the foot, which I am showing you as a picture because I cannot show them on my foot, but you can see the picture. They are absolutely similarly placed as they are on the hand. So these are the energy points on the feet. So they can be put on the feet also. Sometimes, like when you don't want that they should be visible on the hand, you can put them on the feet also. Now, the treatment part. What you have to do for the energy points. To treat energy points, you have to mark these energy points on the hand with a big red dot with a marker, exactly how I marked them. Starting, this is very important, starting from the anus on the yin side and from the cervical points on the yang side. Okay, so like on my hand when I made them, I was just showing them how they were placed. But when you actually put them on the hand, you have to always start from here, from the anus. So this point first, then second, then third, then fourth, then fifth, and then going this side, sixth, seventh. If you understand this, what we are doing is basically we are starting the energy points from the anus, coming up to from the abdomen, coming to the chest area, and then going up to the head area, the neck area. So that is how they have to also be placed on the hand. So on the yin side, always start from the this point, from the anus point, and go systematically like this. I'm sorry, like that. And then here, here, and here. But on the yang side, you have to start from the cervical side. So from the yang side, you will start from the thumb. So from here, this is the first point that you will put 1, 2, 3, and then from the base 4, 5, and 6. So this is the only difference. On the yin side, you have to put the big red dots starting from the anus going up to the neck, and on the yang side, you have to start from the cervical, from the neck, and going to the anus. That is because the energy flow, which we are going to study in the future in our courses where I'll be teaching you energy treatment, the energy flow on the yin side is from the earth to the sky. From the earth to the sky. So the energy flow has to be like that. That is why we apply from the anus to the neck. And on the yang side, the energy flows like, from the front, it flows like this, and then it goes back. So from the head, it goes back to the earth. So it is in the front, it is from earth to sky, and in the back, it is from sky to earth. So that is why the application of these dots is very important, because we are treating the energy in our body. So this has to be done. This increases. Another thing that you have to remember, when you are making the dots on the yin side, make them in the clockwise direction. That is, and starting from the inside to the outside. Yeah, when you are making the dots on the yin side, so then you have to make them starting from the center and going clockwise outwards like that. Okay, I'll do it again. Starting from the center and going outwards clockwise like that. This is how the dots have to be made. And on the yang side, you will start from the outside and anti-clockwise and then go to the center. Again, I'll show you starting from the outside, anti-clockwise and going to the center. So these are the way, this is the way that they have to be made in the yang side. Like in the yang side, this is anti-clockwise. Okay, these dots have to be made. Can you see that? Or I'll make it with this pen. They have to be made anti-clockwise like that. But on the yin side, they have to be made clockwise like that. And in the yin side, you have to start from the center and go outwards like that. Okay, and on the yang side, you have to start from the outside and go inside like that. So these are two things that you have to remember for the application of the energy points on the hand. Okay, this increases energy. Yes, this actually increases in any person who is feeling very weak for whatever reason, you know, it might be physiological, or it might be because of not eating food, or not have whatever reason the energy levels are low. When you apply these, then it increases energy. After applying these dots, don't wet hands for at least 2 hours, and if possible, expose the hand out like this in direct sunlight for maybe 5 to 8 minutes, just 5 to 8 minutes. And it is best applied in the daytime, but direct sunlight you can just apply for 5 to 8 minutes on whichever side you applied the dots, and leave them on for 2 hours. Do not wet them. Do this maximum for 4 days continuously, every day for 2 hours, and then take a break. Since this energy is on a metaphysical level, so it reaches its optimum level in 4 days. To keep your energy levels normal, one should press these points daily for a total of 5 minutes. Like once you've applied these, and you know, for 5 minutes, you can first, you know, like go out in the sun, expose it to the sun for 5 minutes. Then after that, just press them for 5 minutes. You know, press these points for 5 minutes, then leave them on for 2 hours. Do this for 4 hours, 4 days, and it will definitely increase your energy levels in your body. With the help of another thing to be remembered, if your energy levels are low all the time, like it is a chronic problem that you know, a long-term problem, then you should apply them on the yin side. But if your energy levels have just recently become low, probably because of some medical issue, or some lack of food, or some such thing which is like, you know, an acute problem, then you should apply on the yang side, on the back side. So for chronic issues, apply them on the yin side, and for acute issues, you can apply on the yang side. Now, with the help of energy treatment, we can increase the efficacy of our other treatments, the seed therapy, the magnet therapy, or whatever we are doing. You can remove the root cause by doing this. You can harmonize the constitution, the season in your body. The season in your body is whether you have a dryness season, that is why maybe, or dryness constitution because of which your body is completely dry, or maybe you have a humidity constitution, or a humidity season in your body because of which you are fat, or whatever you have, you know, water retention in your body, or you have edema, or these things. So according to the constitution, whatever the problem is, energy treatment helps to harmonize the constitution in the body. This is metaphysical harmony. And seed therapy that we do for treatment of diseases, that is physical harmony. So both together give very quick recovery. If you see a patient, or if you see yourself that you are lacking energy, that you are feeling very low in energy for some reason, then if it has been long-term, apply these dots first of all on your hand. Okay, these energy points. And if it is an acute problem which has just started maybe a couple of days back or a few days back, then you apply on the back side. First of all, do this. expose it to that, and then do your seed therapy or magnet therapy, that whatever you have to do to treat your medical issue, right? Or your pain or ailment, whichever you have. So when you have done the energy treatment, this will increase the efficacy of the seed therapy and all. And you should definitely add energy treatment with correspondence treatment for a faster recovery. Now, another thing that you can do, which is very interesting, is you can do energy points treatment with moxa for, extreme weakness cases. A person who has like very chronic, long-lasting diseases like fatigues, body pains, always feeling tired, a very weak immune system, falling sick again and again, having colds and coughs again and again, all kinds of cancers, dystrophies, all degeneration diseases, cardiac insufficiency where your heart is weak, or your kidney or renal insufficiency where your kidneys are weak, pulmonary insufficiency where your lungs are weak, or if you're, if medically they say kidneys are shrinking, or if the bowel movement is not okay, hand and feet stay cold all the time, or if body is cold even in summers. Old people who have incurable diseases, they always lack energy. Sometimes after massaging these energy points, a blue mark appears. If that blue mark appears and if it vanishes after 4 or 5 minutes, then it is okay. But if the blue mark stays for a long time, then this means that it is a symbol that the person has deficiency of energy. So definitely do energy treatment with moxa then. Energy treatment with moxa is for these problems that I have just told you, where there is extreme weakness in the body. And how would you do with the moxa? Is I have explained it in the moxa, the moxa blueprint course. You will understand how moxa has to be done. But definitely do it with moxa. This is moxa. Right now, you're probably not aware of it, but you can see the moxa blueprint course after this, and you will understand how moxa has to be done. This is basically supposed to be lit with a candle, and then you have to apply the heat on the energy points, and this activates the energy points and is very good for extreme weakness cases like the ones I've told you. Another thing that you can do, like after doing moxa, if you want, you've already applied the color on one hand. On the other hand, wherever the energy points are, you can either, after doing moxa on the color, the color points, on the other hand, you can again mark the energy points, and you can actually put a acupuncture needle on it if you know how to do it, or you can apply one pepper seed on each of the points. One pepper seed on each of the energy points, with a small piece of, just take a piece of, a pepper on a small piece of tape, and on the energy point, just apply this pepper seed like that. So on all the energy points, you can apply pepper seeds, or you can apply a star magnet, or you can apply an acupuncture needle. But pepper or star magnet is good, or pepper is actually the best because pepper is a heat-giving seed. So apply pepper seed on this. This is to be done on the other hand. On this hand, you've done the color. So on the other hand, you apply the energy points and apply these pepper seeds like this. And for 2 hours when you are leaving them, just keep pressing them in between sometime or the other, just keep pressing these seeds. So this also activates the energy points very nicely. So this is another thing you can do. Another thing that can be done is if there is, say, a person has a chronic chest problem. Okay, the problem that he has is a chronic chest problem in the lungs maybe, and his lungs are weak. Then you can do one thing. You can treat only the energy points which are above the diaphragm. That is these points. These are the chest points, right? For the above the diaphragm. This point, and this point. Sorry, 1 minute. This point, this point, and this point. So you can just do this and this, just these 2 points also. Just treat these nicely, massage them, do moxa, apply pepper seeds on them, and keep pressing them for 2 hours. And this is also, and you can do it because he has a chronic chest problem. Another thing I wanted to tell you, that if a person has a chronic problem, he can also do one more thing. He can apply the energy points both on the yin side and the yang side. If there is extreme weakness, like we were for what what we were doing moxa, those kind of diseases, or if he has a chronic chest problem, there is a lung weakness, chronic pulmonary, lung weakness problem, then he can just apply the, the color on these 2 points on the chest, the neck and this chest point, and apply, then massage it, do moxa, then on top of that add pepper, and you can do this on the yin side also and on the yang side also, so both sides. So also for say if a person has a chronic cervical problem, so then you can treat the energy points on the thumb. This energy point on the thumb you can treat over here for cervical, on the yin side also and on the yang side also, and do the complete treatment and apply pepper seed. And then after you've done the energy treatment, this is for chronic cervical problem, then you do the energy treatment on one hand, on the other hand you apply your pepper seeds, like I told you in the previous video for cervical. As a tip, I had told you, you can apply 3 rows of pepper seeds on the cervical area over here. This is the cervical area, right? So you can apply 1 chain of pepper seeds here, 1 chain on the yin and yang line on this side, and 1 chain of seed on the yin yang line on this side. So three lines. So for chronic cervical problem, you can do energy treatment and then the seed application. Now, one more thing. When doing moxa on energy points, always do from down to up. Okay, remember that. That is very important. Like I told you how to apply on the yin side. So always do from down to up. On energy points, like you should always go from, on the yin side, always from down to up. This is down, remember, because our hand position in main correspondence system is supposed to be like this. So you go from the anus to the diaphragm, and from the diaphragm to the chest and the neck, right? So that is how, from the anus to the diaphragm, and from the diaphragm to the neck, chest and neck. So on the inside, even the moxa should always be started from this point and go from here and here. On the yang side, you will go from the cervical area, from this area, like this, I'll show you. From here, you'll go and then you go up. So on this, because of the energy flow, like I had told you. And the moxa has to be done only 4 times, clockwise on the inside and anti-clockwise on the yang side on each point. Do not do more than 4 times, as then it becomes sedation. The effect becomes the opposite. So when you are doing moxa, and supposing this is lit, so when you're doing moxa on one point and you're starting on the yin side, so this is the yin side, so you'll do clockwise starting from here and just 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And then on the other point, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. So this is how moxa has to be done. For acute cases, you should treat the energy points on the yang side, and for chronic cases, treat yin energy points. This I've already told you. For very old patients who lack energy, their energy points on both yin and yang sides should be treated. Massage thoroughly the energy point close to the disease organ. For example, like I told you, chest organ, or for digestive issues. Now, if a person has very severe digestive issues, that means his digestive system is lacking energy. So to give, before you treat it with seeds and magnet, etc., give the system energy. How do you do that? The digestive system issue would be to massage the energy point in the center of the hand. The center of the hand, because this point would be like for the large intestine, small intestine area, and just massage it properly, give it a good massage, then do moxa, then apply seed on it and keep pressing it, and this is how you will treat the specific energy point which is close to the disease organ related to digestive issues. Also, massaging and just giving heat to the energy point, that pain gives very good results. The pains just go away. You can treat now this was treating on the main correspondence system, but treating on the finger correspondence system is very easy. And in fact, you can treat on the finger correspondence system on any fingers, right? So what you should do is, if you're doing it for 4 days, treat energy points on all 4 fingers, alternating every day, as according to triorigin. Like I told you, each finger depicts a different force, so do it on different fingers every day. So if there is any imbalance in the body or disharmonization in the body because of any particular energy, when you treat that the energy points on that finger, that energy gets harmonized. On this, the hetero energy will get harmonized, on this neutro, on this homo, and on this neuto energy. So you can treat the energy points on any of the fingers, alternating every day, like one on, I think you've understood. Then another thing that you can do on foot, as toes are very contracted. So the best thing is to put a chain of star magnets or seeds on the whole toe in the center, alternating on different toes every day. If you have to apply on the toe, if your disease is very chronic, then you might want to do the energy treatment, color treatment on the hand, and maybe apply star magnets on your toe, on any toe, for the energy point treatment. So then you can do it, put a chain of star magnets. Like chain of, why I mean chain is that on a toe, like the toe is very small, so to actually place the energy points in the positions is very difficult. So what you do is basically on the whole toe, just put a whole chain of star magnets, so all the energy points get covered, and the work is done. So that can be done on the toes. Okay, and you can do it on alternate toes every day, so that because star magnets can hurt, or pepper magnets, because toes are very sensitive, right? So whatever you apply, they do hurt. So it is best to do it on one toe one day, second toe other day, so that way. You can also, energy points are so powerful in our body, and they are such chargers that you can also do solar therapy through a magnifying glass on energy points. Like when we were children, we used to take a magnifying glass and place it on a piece of paper, and we used to see the solar energy coming, and the ray of sun could actually burn the paper if we focused it on one point. That same system works on our energy points. If you take a magnifying glass and direct the beam of ray of the sun's ray on any of the energy points, it gets totally activated and the energy goes up very high. So if you are absolutely, you have time and the person is old and is really weak, so you can make him sit in the sun, apply the energy points, and then direct the solar energy on him if he can tolerate it, and only till the time he can tolerate it. Remember, because that can also burn the skin. So like it burns the paper, it can burn the skin. So you have to be very careful with old people, that very sensitive. In fact, it is better to just do it for a few seconds. The old person might not be able to tell you that it is hurting. So just be very careful if you do that. If a person goes in coma or has a paralytic attack, start massaging these energy points till you reach the hospital, and you will see that sometimes a patient can, miracles happen. In Sujok, miracle happen, and miracles happen only because these, points are like, if you must learn the placement of these points on your fingers, and these points are the simplest to learn. The ones on the, what do you say? The yin finger correspondence system points. I think I did not tell you the yang side finger correspondence system energy points. Let me just tell you. I think I missed out on that. Let me just show it so that it is complete. I had told you that the energy points on the yang side are these. So if you have to mark them on the hand, on the finger, they will be on the first joint center. This is the first point, in the center, second point, in the middle of the middle joint, then in the middle of the base phalange, and the middle of the lower phalange. So these are the 5 energy points. There are just 5 energy points in the back. So in the yin side, in the main correspondence system, there are 7 points, but in the yang side, in the main correspondence system, there are 6 points. Similarly, in the finger correspondence system, in the yin side, there are 6 points, but in the yang side, there are 5 points. So I thought I should just clarify it so that you don't miss out on anything. These are, the finger correspondence system energy points are the easiest to put, and you should learn them, and they can really help you. Like I was telling you, if a person has a paralytic attack or goes into coma, while you're taking him to the hospital, just keep massaging his energy points on all the fingers. Just keep massaging his energy points, and you will see you can hope to see a miracle. Definitely hope to see a miracle. In case of PCOD, a lot of young girls are suffering from PCOD these days because of stress. Press point number 2. Now, which one was point number 2? It is the point just below the uterus point. This is the uterus point. This is the point number 2 energy point, which covers both the ovaries. The ovaries are on the side of the, on the side of the uterus over here and over here. So this is, this point covers the ovaries. So, and it covers 2 points, the uterus point from 2 sides, the bone side and the skin side, which I will explain later. Because when you see your fingers, they are fingers from, on skin level, they end here, right? On skin level, your fingers are ending here, where the joint is. From here to here, this is the ending. But on the bone level, the fingers are ending here. This place, where your knuckles are in the back. This is the bone level. The finger is actually ending over here, where the knuckle is. So this is called the bone level. So that is why we place the energy point for PCOD over here, taking this as the uterus and the ovaries point. So this works like magic. If a person has PCOD, she should do this on a regular basis. 5 minutes daily, she should massage this point. Now, another thing which is, also known, that energy points can rejuvenate a person. If you put orange color on these energy points and put, those white crystals, what people use for treatments, some people use crystals for treatments. If you put orange color on these and put white crystals on it and sit in the sun, they say that you can actually be rejuvenated. You can also use, once doing this, you can also use a small magnifying glass to do the solar therapy on the energy points. There is one, I just want to share a case. There was a patient, 61-year-old patient, who had urination, like prostate problem. Overall, he was very fit and everything, but he had this problem. And he was told to keep pressing the energy point, especially the one near the anus, these points. Like I told you, on the skin level, this would be the anus point. So this point is for the skin level, anus, prostate, and uterus point. So you can, for prostate, he was told to keep pressing this point. And when he was pressing this point, he got literally 50% relief on the first day and 70% relief on the next 2 to 3 days, and his urination problem was solved. So this is how energy points can actually treat you, just by treating these energy points. And a tip is, for anyone who doesn't have any problem, you can do moksha on all energy points for maintenance. But if you are treating a particular area, then you can just treat the related energy point that I have already told you, right? So sometimes, like if you're lacking energy, just do this treatment for 2-3 days, or sometimes just 1 day also is sufficient, and it brings your energy levels back to normal. I hope you, and okay, one more thing. For backache, for example, if a person has lower backache, you can treat the lower energy points on the yang side. These points, these points, this point and this point, these 2 points. So on the yang side, like if you suddenly get lower back pain, just treat those 2 points, and yang side, and also on the yin side. So treat the lower points, because then you are giving power from both sides, so it will be nourished. These are the points on the yin side, these 3 points, these 3 points, and on the back side, these 2 points. Okay. I hope you understood and enjoyed learning about energy points, treatment on your hands. Try it on yourself and others, and you will see miracles happening. For correct application of moksha therapy, see the course on massage and moksha blueprint, which is included in this bundle. Let us now know something about endocrine glands treatments using Sujok.